called misty nights, the kind of night where you aren't sure whether it's your breath that you're seeing in front of you or the incessant fog, the kind of night where you just want to make it home and warm up by the fire, but first you have to get there. As you try, you hear the soft clip-clopping of hooves in the distance, but they get louder and louder until you see a figure, but it can't be. Where's its head? Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions, the channel that loves to do a bit of theorizing on basically anything and everything, because we know that no question is too stupid and that curiosity didn't kill the cat, it only made it wiser. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and today we're getting spooky as I ask, what if the Headless Horseman was real? Before we ride on into this video, I want to ask you guys if you have ever seen a ghost. Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, while you're down there, why don't you like this video and share it with a friend? And if you want to connect with the team on social media, there are links to our Instagram in the description box. So, the legend of the Headless Horseman is some kind of unification between American folklore and actual history, the way most legends are born. The Headless Horseman has become a bit of a horror trope, but the story seems to date back to Dutch settlers along New York State's Hudson River. It seems that during the Revolutionary War, Hessian horsemen were deployed by the British Army. During one battle, a fearsome fighter went into war on his horse, only to have his head blown off by a cannon. The man was said to have been quickly buried in a churchyard of Sleepy Hollow because the Dutch settlement was most like the homeland. Ever since, it is said that on some nights of the year, he rides out to seek his head or take the head of someone else to replace the one he lost, maybe as a final act of revenge. A further legend has the Headless Horseman spiriting away local townsmen. So, what if this spook was real? Let's get one thing straight. The Headless Horseman is scary, sure, but he seems pretty local. If he were real, he would likely just haunt the town of Sleepy Hollow, which sits in the Hudson Valley, just a 46-minute drive from Manhattan. If he did escape and gallop forth, then maybe there is a small chance of the undead spirit clip-clopping his ghost horse to NYC, although that would likely take the best part of a day, or at least an afternoon on horseback. If that were the case, the city of 8.6 million people would likely have time to repair for the spectre. But let's just for fun imagine that the Headless Horseman goes rogue in Central Park and rides through deserted Times Square, leaving none but a trail of decapitated heads behind him. Maybe residents could all evacuate onto boats on the Hudson River and watch as he rides the shores. Ghost horsemen can't clop on water, can they? I don't think so. Okay. So like the Headless Horseman is devastated that his head was blown off and is constantly searching for it and chopping off other heads in revenge. I get it, he's pretty upset. It's a gnarly way to die. The act of severing a head is still one of the worst ways humans can envisage death, which is perhaps why legends of the horseman have stuck around for so long. It is a pretty powerful visual. I'm thinking, why can't we just make him a new head? Can we 3D print a little something for him? Would he like that? Maybe he would. If we knew who he was, maybe we could do a little head reconstruction. Would that make him happy, or would he get even angrier? How much danger would we really be in if the horseman was real, and would we even know about it? For one man and his horse, I doubt that he could cause the amount of chaos I alluded to in Manhattan, right? He's local, like I said. In the legend, he searches for his own head, or steals others, or spirits people away. I guess we would notice how serious he is about this when people started going missing or headless bodies started being found. But one question, if the Headless Horseman became such from being peed off about losing his head, wouldn't killing others in the same way create a whole new breed of angry headless spirits? Would they not stop until everyone was headless, and then what then? Would we just have a big headless ghost party? If the Headless Horseman were real and was able to decapitate unsuspecting humans, then that would mean something more serious. It would mean that ghosts are real, and it would mean that they could effectively get you, which would be pretty worrying. This would extend beyond the realms of just the horseman. Amid the panic at this revelation, I imagine that seers and spiritualists would be able to make a quick buck selling anti-ghost amulets or protection spells. Goodbye Headless Horseman, hello capitalism. I would say that we need to get a ghost hunter in to negotiate with the horseman. Like, what can we do to quell his bloody rampage? The problem is though, Ed Warren is dead and Lorraine's pretty old. I'm wondering who out there would be up for the job. So before we wrap up this video, I feel like we need to talk a little more about Sleepy Hollow. There's a whole town out there that believes the legend of the Headless Horseman. Listen to this.
Has the Headless Horseman been seen in and around these parts?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he has been seen within the last few days.
Really?
Right, well, if that's the case and he is real, he hasn't done too much damage in the past 100 or so years, so why don't we just leave him to it? Headless Horsemen deserve a bit of peace too, right?
The skies grow dark. The flames burn bright. None shall escape the horseman's sight. Ha 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 ha!
Okay, I'm done. What would you guys do if the Headless Horseman was real? Would you run and hide, or would you try and negotiate with him? Also, don't forget to let me know if you have ever seen a ghost. I can't wait to read your comments in the comment section down below. Also, while you're down there, why don't you like this video and share it with a friend? Before we go, I just want to read a couple of quick comments from a video I did recently that was almost as scary as the Headless Horseman. It was called "Are White Holes Real?" and there ain't nothing scarier than space. But cooler. It's pretty great. Crossfighter Freddy vs. Jackson said, "What if NASA never existed?" Ooh, that's a good suggestion. Theo Tomingasnaff said, "What if Thomas the Tank Engine and his friends were real? Oh my god, how terrifying. Humans fused with trains, living trains, getting on a living train? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that." Okay, the comments have taken me to a weird place and I really do think it's time to say goodbye. Once again, do like this video and share it with a friend. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate. I'll catch you in the next video, but until then, stay curious, stay alert, and never ever stop questioning.